I don't have a lot of facial aesthetics treatments. There are technical terms here that if you could explain them to somebody who is 10 or 12 years old.
This episode is brought to you by the Social Bee Academy, your online learning space to market and grow your business. With monthly training, live group coaching calls, a thriving community and resource library. If you're looking for learning, focus and accountability, the Social Bee Academy is for you. Come and check it out at www.louisebrogan.com.
You simplify what it is, and I think that would actually bring you new clients. People who have, the people probably, there's a bit of fear of not wanting to look stupid because they don't actually know what those services are. And there is the fear of, all the health scares and things that you see in the tabloid papers.
Yeah.
Of things that might go wrong. So there's lots of little clips and videos you could do for people that kind of demystify it all.
Okay.
But in terms of frequency of contacting the people who are on your email list, because I know you've started to grow your email list, were you talking more about the frequency of contacting and keeping in touch that way as well?
Yeah, at the moment I do a monthly newsletter to people that are on my email list. Mm-hmm. Do you think that is enough?
I don't think it is, because if someone signed up for a package with you, how often do you see them?
Probably like once every 6 months, maybe.
Okay.
It depends what type of treatment it is. Maybe once every 3 to 4 months.
Okay. So in our busy lives, that's quite a time period that you would forget about a service, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of something where in our family, my children are at the orthodontist, and that's probably a similar time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we go to the orthodontist and we have our treatment, we then get the appointment set for the next 6 months in advance.
Yeah.
And they will send me a text to remind me of my appointment. Now, that is a health service provided service. I'm not paying for that. Whereas if it was something like, so the dog groomer, for example, so the dog probably needs taken to a groomer's and washed and all his hair cut maybe every 6 weeks, 3 months, I don't know. Probably people are listening to this who are dog groomers are probably shouting at the radio now. But I get a message from the dog groomer saying, Louise, I think it's, we're just checking in. We think Bruce is overdue now. But somebody who I hear from on a weekly email stays top of mind with me. And so those two services are contacting me to remind me. The orthodontist is, it's a treatment and the kids have braces, so it's a bit of a no-brainer. But if it's something that you're making time for yourself and keeping top of mind, like the dog groomers, I don't really remember to get the dog booked in until I really think, oh my goodness, the dog really needs to go and get washed and get his hair cut. But if I was getting an email once a week from the dog groomers giving me tips on dog behaviour and how to keep your dog healthy, there's a world of information out there about how to look after your dog properly. And an email once a week that was just really a short, simple email saying, hi Louise, how's Bruce doing this week? Did you know how, the importance of cleaning the dog's teeth? Short and simple, and then like 2-3 lines of why it's important and then how to do it. And then the next week it might be something different about the dog. But that means because I would be getting that email every week, then I'm much more likely to think, must get the dog booked in for his grooming.
Okay.
So your emails don't have to be big, long essays. But if you are providing a free piece of advice or tip once a week to your audience, you stay top of mind and they feel more engaged with you. They feel like they have more of a relationship with you, I think.
Okay, so aim for a weekly newsletter.
I think so. How are you getting people onto your email?
I ask them if they want to join it when they come to clinic.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have a sign up option on my website, but primarily people sign up to the newsletter when they come into clinic.
Okay. Could you create a freebie download that would be attractive enough to people that they would want to join your email list?
I'm sure I could.
I know you could. I'm thinking of something that would answer their top 3 concerns, or their top 3, the top 3 frequently asked questions. Do you get a lot of people phoning in the clinic?
Yes, I do. Yeah. I get people ringing, asking, explaining, I don't know, what are their concerns, and inquiring what treatment would be suitable for them, you know.
Yeah.
So just a phone call, rather than them just booking in for a consultation.
Yeah.
You know, but before that, it would be just a quick conversation. So there would be sort of similar questions being asked, definitely.
Could there be an option of almost like a matrix of the treatments that you could create a download on?
Yeah, I like that.
I'm just thinking of, there's a podcaster I listen to called Carol Cox, and she has a podcast called Speaking Your Brand, and she has the most fantastic one-pager, and it is about speaking gigs. And so she has maybe 5 columns, and each of them it's the kind of speaking gigs that you can get. So this is something I'm really interested in. So one of them is a workshop. One of them is talking at a networking event. One of them is being invited to talk at a conference. One of them is being a podcast guest. And then she says, you know, which one is paid and which one's unpaid. And she has like the length of time you should expect each of these to take. And I think there's bullet points on what you would cover in each one of those. So you could do something very similar about the types of treatments that you offer, I think.
Yeah, and my brain's wearing away here. No, I really like that.
I think that would be great. And you could create it, you know, even maybe outsource it to somebody who can make it look all... Because a lot of skin clinics, there's the whole clean, fresh image, isn't there, online with the... Yeah. I'm thinking of white with like blue lines. So,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So even if you outsourced, if you wrote the content for that and paid a virtual assistant £25 to turn that into a really beautiful looking piece of like a document or a download, but don't give it out to people when they come to your clinic. They need to sign up to your email list to get it.
Okay.
And then start promoting that online. So, for example, if you had it ready by the time this podcast went live, I could put a link to it at the bottom of this and say, here's where you can get Ruth's freebie download for anyone who's interested. In fact, we will do that retrospectively after this goes out and you have it ready, if that's something you do. But I think that would really help your email list.
Yeah, I really love that idea, Louise. That is definitely a goer.
Yeah, okay, brilliant. And so starting to grow the email list. Now, one of the things is that it's local clients, isn't it, for you?
Yeah, although we do have some clients that do travel to us, but primarily it would be local people in the area, definitely. Maybe from Belfast and North Belfast, and sort of, yeah.
Well, I know from personal experience, not for myself, but from people close to me, have travelled an hour and a half to see somebody to see a private clinic about a health issue.
Yeah.
So if you build up your reputation online as the expert and are offering out this, people will travel. People will travel from all over for this, Ruth.
Yes.
Definitely. But I think that would be a really great way to start to grow your list. And then once you have you're starting to build up your email list, and if you're sending out your email once a week with helpful advice, not an overloading email, it can be one really interesting piece of advice once a week. that people want to open it and think and read it, and they've got value from it, and it keeps you top of mind, and it makes them far more likely to pick up the phone to make an appointment.
Okay.
I think. Now, I'm playing around personally with the time and day that my emails are going out. So I think there's definitely something in that. Somebody told me that Thursday lunchtimes are a good bet for sending out your email. So I would test that out. I think I have been quite guilty in the past of writing an email and just sending it straight away, and not thinking about the best time to send the email. So I don't recommend you send it first thing on a Monday morning.
Yeah.
But with your clients, I wonder, what is their day, their daily routine look like? And when would be the time that they would open an email? Is it at breakfast time, or is it, while they're waiting for kids to go to school, or is it in the evening on the sofa? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I tend to find, like from previous monthly emails I've been sending out, evenings seem to be a time when people would sit and read the emails.
Okay.
So that's kind of when I do send them out. It would be sort of tea time.
Okay, great. And do you know what your open rates are?
About 40%.
That's pretty good. No, that is good. So 40% of 100, and it's how many's on your list?
130 now.
Okay, so 40% of 130 versus if you start getting people to sign up for your email list for your free download, you could build that to 500. 40% of that would be a big difference, wouldn't it?
Yeah, massive.
Yeah. So let's aim for that.
Love it. Okay.
Okay, brilliant. Have you any other questions to ask me today, Ruth?
Just how to build the quality relationships with clients. I guess what we've spoken about already is part of that, just remaining in contact.
So if somebody came to your clinic and became a client, what is the lifespan of the relationship at the minute? Like, do they stay with you for a year? Do they stay with you for 5 years?
Yeah, it's just an ongoing relationship with the majority of our clients.
Brilliant.
So yeah, it would be,
because it's not like that in every business. If somebody works with startups, once the startup is up and running, then they move on to working with somebody else. So it's you have a brilliant business model there that once they become a client, their relationship with you can last a long time. Yeah. So do you ever have little events for them in-house?
Not yet. It is something that I've been thinking of, but I haven't as yet.
I think that would be really good. And the companies that you get your products from, are some of those pampering style products?
It's more results driven products that we go for, really, as opposed to pampering. It's products that you will see a difference with.
I'm just trying to think about how you can have added value. So if you had, is it a mixture of men and women?
It's predominantly women, but we are seeing more and more men.
Okay, just thinking, could you have like a ladies' pamper evening and either fund it yourselves or get one of your suppliers to maybe even sponsor it?
Yeah.
And you could have little goodie bags and maybe have Mark I don't know if Mark would be up for this or not, to do a little talk.
Yeah, no, he would.
Yeah, and then that's building the connection with him as well.
Yeah.
Maybe have the ladies come along on arrival, glass of Prosecco. Mark does a little talk for 20 minutes. I understand that what you're doing is results driven, but you could maybe have little moisturizers and things. I don't know. Is there something you can do samples of?
Yes, I'm sure there is.
Yeah. Do something like that and then give them all a goodie bag. Just do it from 7 till 8. It'd be word of mouth, something like that would be word of mouth, Ruth.
Yeah.
My sister Tara is a photographer and she is coming along to do the headshots at my LinkedIn makeover night at the end of September. So This is going to go out in the middle of September. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, get your ticket. LinkedIn Makeover in Belfast, 27th September, and I'll put a link to it in the show notes. But I have said to Tara is doing professional headshots for everyone who comes along. And I have said to her, have flyers printed out and we will give everybody a flyer